Assalamualaikum and a very good evening. I am Shahrul Aiman. We'll be discussing on how to create an Arduino functioning program that combines user data as an input and resulting a digital output together with arithmetic calculation. I will be using this assignment question number 1 as the reference for the detail of building up the coding for the Arduino system. Now, let's go through all the instruction and understand the objective of this question. A. Create a program so that user can enter 4 sets of numbers. Create a variable to store each of these numbers. Name them as A, B, C, and D. B. Add 2 buttons to the hardware and declare them inside of the program. Name these as button 1 and button 2. If happen to be users press the button 1, the program will calculate A plus B plus C and D. If user press button 2, the program will calculate A plus B times with C minus D. Add 2 LEDs along, which is yellow and green LED, to the hardware and declare them in the program as LED 1 and LED 2. If user press button 1 as in question C above, they will eliminate LED 1. Meanwhile, if user press button 2 as in question C above, LED 2 will be eliminated. So let's go through the code, shall we? Now, for the first line until the fourth line is the declarations of the LEDs and buttons as per told by the question, and including the assignment for each of the variable to the numbers of the digital pin on the Arduino board. As for the serial begin is a syntax which is used to set the rate of the speed of communication between the Arduino board and the computer. Meanwhile, the pin mode coding is to set the digital pins of the buttons and LEDs to be functioning as an output or an input. Then, let's enter the statement within the void loop, which is all of the statement will be keep going continuously. The input provided by button 1 and 2 will be read by the board and assigned to the variable called button state and 1 and 2. While the next line is by making this is a while statement, it will execute anything beneath it as long as there is a set of data being keyed in. For the next line, declare for the sets of number being entered by the users and using serial.passInt to separate the number is entered by the users separated by commas. As for the answer 1 and answer 2 is the declaration for the first and second set of formula as mentioned from the previous question. Now, the option I've made is if the serial.read from the monitor serial monitor, this if statement state that if the serial monitor to look for the new line as the end of the number of the user entered the number and inserted the number. Now, the option I've made is if the condition of the button 1 provide an input of 5 volt or also known as high, all the statement within the curly braces will be executed. Thus, the 4 sets of number keyed in by the user shall be calculated for the first formula. And the answer will be summoned and displayed in the serial monitor. Apart from that, digital write is meant by the LED 1 and LED 2 is being executed the output inside the onto the board. LED 1 will be eliminated, meanwhile LED 2 will be low. The same case and process will be happen if button state 2 happens to be providing an input to the board. It will execute the statement within the curly braces by means the formula 2 is being read. And also, for this case, the LED 2 will go high, meanwhile the LED 1 will go low. Okay, thank you. Hello again. Now, let us proceed with the next project as per told by the question 2. All of these instructions are the guidelines that will be used to construct the Arduino coding for the next program. Let's go through the questions one by one. A. Create a running light as per assignment 1, which is the Night Rider running light. Use blink without delay example as guideline. B. Add two buttons to the hardware and declare them inside of the program. Name this button as button 1 and button 2. If button 1 is pressed, the light movement will become 2 times faster, and if button 2 is pressed, all the light will blink together at the same time. Now, I will show you guys how I organize the coding that meet up the requirement asked in the assignment. My way of coding will not be using the delay without blink coding as the reference to achieve the question's objective. Instead, my approach comes with a more basic and simpler concept, yet require a longer lines of codes being inserted. The first two lines is the declarations of the buttons together with the assignment of the number of the pin of the buttons being connected to the board. Then the pin mode is the instruction being used to assign the buttons to function as input, while the LED pin 1 until 9 function as an output. Within the void loop statement, the button 1 and 2 status will be read by the digital read syntax and declared as button states 1 and 2. Now, going through the if statement, firstly, if button 1 provides a 5-volt input for the Arduino board or sensed as high, all the codes within the curly braces will be executed. To be more detailed, the Arduino board will execute an output from the digital write instruction where the LED is connected to the pin number. For instance, this section told that only LED pin number 1 will illuminate while other will go out. Throughout this sequence, it will projectize the pattern of Night Rider's lamp's movement, but twice much faster because the delay number is only 10 millisecond. Meanwhile, if the button state 2 producing an output for the Arduino board, all the LEDs starting from pin number 1 till pin number 9 will be blinking all at the same time. And else, if both of the buttons doesn't provide any 5-volt output to the board, the Night Rider movement will be executed but with a lower speed, as the delay numbers is 5 times more lesser and lower than the previous one. Thank you.